I want to leap over buildings, want to fly over the shores, faster than a lightning flash, rushing through the cool night air. So start ignition, count to 0. I just wanna be a superhero.
Hey, what's up guys? Scott Speed here at the iRacing headquarters. Some exciting news about the upcoming Rallycross World Championship. They've got a wild card entry, and yours truly is gonna get that spot. See you guys out on the track.
We're back here at Chicagoland in Joliet, Illinois. This time with the Major League eSports League Catalyst Men's Series. Thank you, Ben, up in the booth to you as always. Riding solo here tonight, so just bear with me. If I can't get everything right, I'll try and get as much as I can right. But anyway, here we are for the next round of the Catalyst Men's Series here in the K&N cars. Usual suspects out there on track right now. We do have 16 drivers set to take the green here tonight. Just over a minute and a half left in hot lap sessions. We'll go to qualifying in a minute. But first we'll go ahead and mention a couple of sponsors here. And firstly we'll talk about PZ overlays. If you want an overlay like the one you see on tonight's broadcast, then go to Paul Zota, that's PZ overlays. You'll find them on Facebook. Also would give our constant support for pulmonary hypertension awareness. Pulmonary hypertension, one of the most difficult to diagnose diseases in the medical profession. So if you want more information or if you want to throw out a donation, then go to thaware.global. And finally, want to give a mention to Rise to Give, one of the main sponsors of Both Broadcasting, or one of the main supporters of Both Broadcasting, and Phenomenal Evolution Racing. If you want to find out more information, or if you want to try and see if you can throw out a donation for those guys, they are a charity organisation, then you can find them on Facebook. Anyway, we're here at Chicagoland after a great race last week at Sonoma, a race that was dominated by Spencer Preet and Michael Cozy Jr. Be interested to see if they can carry on that kind of form this week as we head to one of the more difficult 1.5 mile ovals here in the Midwest. Well, watch is just ending now, so we are going to go straight into qualifying now here at Chicagoland. There we're watching Adam Gosling, who's one of the fast guys here at Chicagoland in the hot lap sessions. There is Marshall Newton. Let's go to Spencer Preet, who's just making his way out of pit road. We're in a new paint scheme here tonight. Running the Mountain Dew scheme. Very sharp looking scheme there for the 27. Go to Hunter King. Hunter King was one of the drivers that was in complete no man's land last week at Sonoma. So looking to get a better result here tonight. He's usually quite good on the 1.5 mile oval, so watch for him to be challenging at some point here tonight. Mark Arthur, another man. Oh, something's happened to Mark Arthur there. Let's have a look and see what happened. Pushed it wide, straight into the wall. So that is going to seriously affect Mark Arthur's qualifying run. It looks like he might only be able to get one lap in. He didn't put a lap down, but that was his first flying lap, so that might be just limited to one qualifying run here tonight as he makes his way out of pit road again. Let's go to one of our newer drivers in the field that we've not seen before, Seth De Merchant, in the 032 machine. Good to see him out here tonight. One of our usual front runners, Ryan Hauser. I think it's Hauser. Yeah, Ryan Hauser. I think that's how we pronounced it. Ryan Hauser. Yeah. Let's stick to that. Gene Mintz. A man, a name I recognise from my IndyCar Speedway League. Good to see, from the IndyCar Speedway League, good to see him out on track and turning some laps here. Currently Spencer Preet at the top of your standings there, as you see on the left hand side of the screen. Corey Henry is in second. Ryan Hauser is in fourth. You see him there just pulling over. No, 9 pit road. Hunter King sitting on pit road. Oh, Heuser. Okay. Thank you, Tex. Okay. Go to Kyle Gilbert. He was the fastest man in hot laps. Let's see what he can do here. He actually goes straight to the top of the standings. Great lap there by Gilbert in the 227. really did okay in the race at Sonoma last week. So hoping to do a bit better this week. He had a bit of a interesting run, let's put it that way. Carlton Hendry out on track, and the number 21 machine. Let's see what he can do here tonight. Just coming out of turn 2 there, he makes his way towards turn 3. And I pointed this out in a previous broadcast, but that backstretch is not really a straight, it's just one big turn. So this track is like one big circle. If you see the tri-oval section there, that is a curved section. You expect that on all 1.5 mile ovals, and usually on the super speedways as well. But as you see, Hendry's just coming out of turn 2 there. You see that curve there on the backstretch? That is not straight, so it's definitely still going around the corner as you make your way towards turn 3. So interesting layout for this place as Hendry crosses the line. Moves his way up to P9. Only 11 cars have qualified so far. And Michael Cozy Jr., something's happened to him. Oh, he's just having a bit of fun. He's going round in circles on the track. Man currently sitting in 3rd place, so he's entitled to a bit of fun before the race begins here tonight. So good on Cozy. Doug Thompson just making his way out of pit road now in the number 13 machine. Ooh, almost gets it into the wall as he comes out of turn 4. Out of turn 2 he comes. And this is his first flying lap, so we will have another one after this one. Comes out of turn 4. Using that middle line, jumps down to the apron and comes towards the line. Doug Thompson puts himself straight into P7, so great time there for the number 13 driver. Former champion in this series, remember, so definitely knows how to get it done. He's on his 2nd lap now as he makes his way down the backstretch. See if he can make an improvement here on that 7th place and see if he can get himself further up the table. Out of turn 4, across the line, and he gets it wrong. Spin, 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 and around he goes. Where he stops, nobody knows, and he's going to stop right there. Okay. So, that is going to do it for qualifying, as I think everybody else is just turning laps at this point. So, we are going to step away for a second, and just before we do, let's ask everybody to rise from their seats, put their hands on their hearts as we go to tonight's national anthem.
iRacing NASCAR. The road starts here. Introducing the eNASCAR Ignite Series powered by iRacing. This is the gateway for all aspiring 13 to 16-year-olds. Starting June 20th, ignite your dreams of one day racing in the top tiers of NASCAR. Go to www.iracing.com/ignite for full details.
And you join us live here on both are broadcasting live at Chicagoland with the Major League eSports Catalyst Mint Series. And it is going to be one hell of a barn burner. 16 cars taking the green here tonight. And let's go through our grid before they start rolling then. Carl Gilbert taking the pole here at Chicagoland. He will be joined on the front row by Spencer Preet. Row 2 will be Michael Cozy Jr. and Sefton Merchant. Row 3 will be Corey Henry and Ryan Heuser. I got it right. Row 4 will be Doug Thompson and Adam Jocelyn. And row 5 will be Hunter King and Carlton Hendry. Row 6 will be Gene Mintz and Marshall Newton. Row 7 will be Mark Arthur and Charles Lahr. And row 8 will be Tex Perry and James Bunce. So 16 drivers set to take the green here. We do have 134 laps here. So definitely going to be a fun race to watch here as the K&N cars basically come home again tonight. There's your pole sitter there, Kyle Gilbert. Fantastic lap he put in there, so definitely looking forward to seeing him. See what he can do against Cozy and Preet, who have been so dominant when they get together. So, going to be interested to see how Gilbert copes with the challenge from behind. Let's not forget Sefton Merchant. He's there in that P4 spot. Let's see what he can do. Not seeing what he can do yet, but definitely going to be interesting to figure out what's going to happen there. Charles Lahr is disconnected, so only 15 cars going to take the green here tonight. So interesting to see. Just making their way through turns 3 and 4 now. Waiting for that pace car to make that hard left turn to get this thing going again. You see Spencer Preet just leaning slightly on Kyle Gilbert. Pace car's away. And we are under green here at Chicagoland. 134 laps are underway in the Major League eSports Catalyst Mid-Series. And there's Sefton Merchant coming straight to the middle and straight to the lead. 3 wide at the start of lap 1, turn 1. And Spencer Preet falling back for the field. Not sure what's happening to the 27 as he is getting freight trained right now. But the man at the moment right now is Sefton Merchant, making a challenge for the lead of that 0-3-2, but Kyle Gilbert going to take a challenge there to the inside and get it done there. Ryan Heuser is there in third, and he's challenging the Merchant now. Gets a bit of a wiggle coming off the apron, but they're side by side as they go through turns 1 and 2. Still side by side as they go down the backstretch. Cozy Jr. and Spencer Preet are side by side behind them. Oh, Cozy losing the back end there. Manages to save it. Great save there as that is the 83 of Adam Jocelyn. Getting it all wrong there. Manages to collect it okay, and we're still under green flag conditions here at Chicagoland. Let's go back to the front there. Kyle Gilbert now has the lead. Ryan Heuser is in second, but only just as he's side by side with Sefton Merchant. Spencer Preet is up to fourth now after that incident with Michael Cozy. Doug Thompson up to P5 now, so good for him. But there's Spencer Preet. He's already trying to make moves for the field as he's working on the back of both the Merchant and Heuser as they go across the line to complete lap 3. And a turn 2 they come, as there is Doug Thompson. He's come up to the back of this little pack now. And this effectively is your battle for second place. Doug Thompson going to duck down to the bottom, see what sort of gap he can create here. Hoyser and Preet still side by side as they go across the line towards turn 1. The one thing you don't want to do is touch that apron around this track. Michael Cozy Jr. has already found that out to his cost and has lost a ton of positions for it. Same for Adam Jocelyn. He's at the back of the field now after also getting into a bit of trouble there. Carl Gilbert, your man out in front right now, he's already got an 8/10 of a second lead over the Merchant. It's soon going to be Spencer Preet as he's challenged to the inside of the 0-3-2 as they go into turn 1 and gets the clear. Spencer Preet back up to P2 now. Ryan Hoyser in the meantime is a bit under a bit of pressure from Doug Thompson and Corey Henry. That is now your battle for P4. A bit of a wiggle coming off the apron there. Mark Arthur now there back in P7. About half a second up the road from Michael Cozy Jr. who's there in 8th. Marshall Newton is in 9, 2 seconds off the pace from Michael Cozy Jr. but still holding on to a top 10 spot regardless. There is the league owner, Tex Perry. He is the last man in the top 10 as he's just ahead of Hunter King, who is under pressure from Gene Mintz right now. So a bit of a battle there for the positions outside of the top 10. Spencer Preet, meanwhile, still under pressure after passing Seth the Merchant. Come out of turn 2 there. They are actually closing in on Kyle Gilbert as well. Can the Merchant do something about Spencer Preet here? He's managed to latch onto the back of him since he got passed by the 27. And Ryan Hoyes is right there as well, as everybody's all spread out already, so looks like we're going to be in for a nice green flag run by the looks of things if things go the way they are. And we know how green flag runs go around here. Especially if you tuned into last night's broadcast, that was one hell of a race, and I'm sure these guys are going to put on the same show as there goes the Merchant to the inside of Gilbert. While I was waffling on, they managed to catch up to Gilbert. The Merchant now at the point. Spencer Preet now working on the 227 as he gets the inside line. Coming out of turn 2, here comes Hoyser now. Side by side as they come down the backstretch. Manages to get the clear. There's Hoyser to the inside of Spencer Preet. He's going to move himself up to P2 now. And there he goes into second place now. Preet now back to third place. Kyle Gilbert is back down to P4. Got a bit of clean air right now, so hopefully he can use that to get up to the back of Preet again, but he's almost a second off the pace now and probably well outside the draft, so might be a big call there for the 227. Michael Cozy Jr. is back up to P6 after passing Mark Arthur. So a man on the move there. Doug Thompson has dropped to P8, so something happened there to the number 13 driver. Marshall Newton still holding on to P9. Bit of a battle going back there. I think it's still between... Oh, it's Tex Perry and Gene Mintz now. Gene Mintz is right there on the inside of Perry as they come down the backstretch. You can see the curve there, I already mentioned. They're just ahead of James Bunce there, who's there in the number 22 machine. Adam Jocelyn. Already made it one position after he's passed Carlton Hendry, who's the last car running right now. Meanwhile, back at the front, there's still a battle between Ryan Heuser and Spencer Preet. Heuser still holding on to that second spot, just ahead of the 27 driver. As we do have stages here tonight, so everything will be caught up again soon. And I believe, if I remember rightly, first stage will end on lap 40, second stage will end on lap 80. Spencer Preet getting into the wall there. So that's not going to help him. And then it's a race to the end after lap 80. So, going to be some interesting action here tonight at Chicagoland. We're already seeing some interesting action here as Ryan Heuser still holding on to second place. Spencer Preet doing everything he can to try and get past the 38, even scraping the wall at one point, as we already saw. Coming out of turn 4 now, they go towards the start-finish line. Yeah, Preet's not able to keep up with Heuser as they both seem to be reeling in Demerchant right now. Demerchant, the man out in front. Meanwhile, Cozy Jr. has caught up to the back of Corey Henry. Corey Henry making a move on Kyle Gilbert right now to get into that 4th spot. To the inside goes the 25 and takes away the position there from the 227. So Corey Henry able to hold on to that P4 spot. Here comes Michael Cozy Jr. to the inside of Gilbert now. See if he can get around him as easily as Henry did, and he does. So Cozy back up to the top 5 now. Now he has to work on the back of Corey Henry as Gilbert trying to find a way past the 77 already. Wants to get back in that top 5 as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, Spencer Preet has actually got around Ryan Heuser again. See if we can find that. This is the pass for second place we're just coming up on right now. This is the replay. Oh, there will be a pass at some point, if I remember rightly. Coming down the backstretch, you see Spencer Preet gets one hell of a run behind the 38 as they make their way towards turn 3. Ducks it down, dives it in, and there is the pass for second place now. Spencer Preet moving up to the second spot once again. And that is the reason why he got past as easily as he did. Ryan Heuser hitting the wall as well. As everyone's down pit road, what is this about? The green flag stops underway already, and the top 3 bringing it down. Doug Thompson is another one bringing it down pit road. Marshall Newton is in as well. Adam Jocelyn in. James Bunce is in. It looks like G. Mintz is just bringing it down as well now. It's Michael Cozy Jr., your man out in front right now, with Corey Henry right behind him. Mark Arthur up to 3rd place. Kyle Gilbert is in 4th, as he's going to bring down pit road now. And who's going to win the race off pit road? It looks like Spencer Preet's going to win the race off pit road. Great pit stop there. But look at that pass in pit just after the line. Seth Demerchant catching out Spencer Preet and taking the lead back. Now this pass was after the line, so Seth Demerchant was able to do it. It's a great piece of thinking there by the number 032 driver. Kyle Gilbert is in pit road. Cozy is in pit road. Cozy's going to be the first one out. It looks like Corey Henry's going to be the second one out. Gilbert's going to be the next one to leave pit road now. So here comes Mark Arthur. It's his marks. Okay. I'm still waiting for Hunter King and Tex Perry to bring him down pit road. You see King there in the number 1 machine. just behind Cozy. He's not going to be able to keep up with the 77. As Cozy is on fresher tyres. Perry has also stayed out as well. He's just been passed by Kyle Gilbert. So it's going to be, this is an interesting strategy to go pit side halfway through the first stage. I'm guessing that's how long the tyres will last in a race. As now comes Hunter King, slides it to get it slowed down. He might get popped for speed in there. As Tex Perry stays out. Seth the Merchant, the man still in the lead of the people that have already pitted. Hunter King is about to get passed by the Merchant, and there he goes. Spencer Preet follows. He's just under a second back from the Merchant. Hoyser there is 4th. 5th is Cozy Jr. He's right there. Corey Henry 6th. 7th is Kyle Gilbert. 8th is Mark Arthur. 9th is Doug Thompson. Thompson, one of the first people to bring him down pit road with Adam Jocelyn and James Bunce. The Merchant, Preet and Hoyser went in at the same time as him as well. Tex Perry's still staying out though. As it looks like he's going to bring it down now, is he? No, he's not. Ah, you had us all fooled there, Tex. Thought you were going to bring it to pit road, but you decided not to. He's 16 seconds to the good over Seth the Merchant, so he's not going to keep the lead once he's been in pit road. So, getting the bonus points for leading a lap there is Tex Perry, and it counts in the long run. I've seen people get into chases by just using pit stop strategies and staying out just to get a bonus point. Leading laps. Seth the Merchant still there in second place now after Hunter King did pit, and he was popped for speed, and he was in his pit box for 29.3 seconds. That indicates that he got a speeding penalty. So big disappointment there for the number one. He was hoping to get a better run here of things here tonight at Chicagoland. He's currently in a battle with Carlton Hendry. Carlton Hendry tries to cross him over to try and get the inside line into turn 3. Gets the inside line. They're still side by side as they go through 3 and 4. Hunter King going to get the better speed as they come out of 4. Good move there. Good defending there from King. Tex Perry still staying out. As there goes James Bunce. And there goes Tex Perry. He's into pit road. That means Seth the Merchant is going to move his way back to the point now as he comes out of turn 4. Down towards the start-finish line. And reassumes the lead. Ryan Hoyser and Spencer Preet still battling it out though, despite the pit stops. Spencer Preet has it. Hoyser wants it. So hostilities resume between the 27 and the 38. Going into turn 1 now. Tex Perry just makes his way out of pit road. Tex Perry is 1 lap down. And he rejoins in P13 just ahead of Hunter King. There goes Cozy to put a lap on him as well. So the Merchant, your man out in front right now. Spencer Preet is in second, just ahead of Ryan Hoyser, who is challenging him very, very strongly for that second position. Question is, can Hoyser make the pass on Preet before the race, well, before the first stage ends? And they are starting to close in slightly on Seth the Merchant, so if they keep going the way they are, they might get up to the back of the 032. Question is, can they get around him and hopefully try and get a stage win here for the race? So, remains to be seen. But we've seen it happen before, so we're not going to count it out. Everybody really spread out right now, apart from Marshall Newton and Gene Mintz. There's Newton, there is Mintz. Just been lapped there by Seth the Merchant. Spencer Preet has actually made that gap bigger between him and Heuser. I'm trying to assume Heuser must have got into the wall again. Across the line comes Heuser. And he's almost a second back from Spencer Preet. Spencer Preet himself working on lap traffic right now as he tries to find the inside line of Gene Mintz. Not going to make it work so far. There he goes, dive bombs it into turn 3. And that's Spencer Preet putting a lap on Mintz there as he's got Marshall Newton next up the road. And for lapping all this traffic, Spencer Preet has actually lost a lot of time to Seth the Merchant. The Merchant now 1.2 seconds to the good over the 27 driver. There is the Merchant right now. Let's go back to Adam Jocelyn. Had that incident in the early running of the race, but has managed to claw his way back up to P9. So back in the top 10 already is Adam Jocelyn. So great recovery for the 83 so far. James Bunt's there sitting in the top 10, so great run for him so far. One person that seems to be struggling tonight is Mark Arthur. There he is. Former championship leader. I think he's still the championship leader actually. Anyway, Mark Arthur in the lower part of the top 10 and 11 seconds off the lead, so not really having it all his own way in that number 12 Powerpuff Girls machine. So Mark Arthur just closing in on Kyle Gilbert. Gilbert started on the pole, if you're just joining us, but has slowly fallen back through the field. He did get a good lead in the early running of the race as he's having a few connection problems there. But has since fallen back and is now just outside the top 5 with Corey Henry. The man you see right there, all on his own. Henry is all on his own, yeah. In the 25. Got nobody in front, and he's 2.5 seconds ahead of Kyle Gilbert behind him. Back to the front now. It's Ryan Heuser. Really falling off the pace now as he's got Michael Cozy Jr. breathing down his neck. Heuser now moving to the inside of Marshall Newton. And Michael Cozy Jr. senses blood in the water as we are now 2 laps away from the end of stage 1. Seth the Merchant, your man out in front right now, but look at Spencer Preet. He's managed to catch right up to the back of the 032, so we're going to stay with this battle before the end of the stage. To the inside goes Spencer Preet. So Preet's going to take over the lead just as the stage ends. Can the Merchant do anything about this? We've seen this driver run so far from the 032. He's going to try and pinch into the inside line as they go across the line. And who took that stage? I'm going to say it was the Merchant, was it? Wow. It was Spencer Preet that took the stage win, actually. Seth the Merchant coming home second. Ryan Heuser coming home in third. Fourth was Michael Cozy Jr. Fifth was Corey Henry. Sixth, Kyle Gilbert. Seventh, Mark Arthur. Eighth, Doug Thompson. Ninth, Adam Jocelyn. And rounding out your top 10 is James Bunce. So So while these guys are under caution right now, we are going to go for a quick commercial break and then we'll be back, maybe, with some interviews.
I want to leap over buildings, want to fly over the shores, faster than a lightning flash, rushing through the cool night air. Oh, oh, oh. So start ignition, count to 0. I just wanna be a superhero.
Hey, what's up, guys? Scott Speed here at the iRacing headquarters. Some exciting news about the upcoming Rallycross World Championship. They've got a wild card entry, and yours truly is going to get that spot. See you guys out on the track.
So start ignition, count to 0. I just wanna be a superhero.
You join us back here at Chicagoland, the Major League eSports Catalyst Mid Series. Pit stops have just taken place here after the end of stage 1. And Spencer Preet is the man out in front right now. Seth the Merchant sits in second place with Ryan Heuser in third. Michael Coser Jr. currently sitting there in fourth place. Gilbert is in fifth. Mark Arthur is in sixth. Seventh is Adam Jocelyn. Eighth is Doug Thompson. Ninth is James Bunce. And rounding out your top 10 is Corey Henry. Corey Henry losing a few spots in that pit road. It says he was in his pit box for 54.3 seconds. I don't believe that for a second. Surely not. Anyway, they're 2x2 right now. Spencer Preet, the man at the point. About to get them going again as they make their way through turn 2. Well, turns 1 and 2. Coming out towards the back stretch. You notice I didn't call it a back straight, because it's not a straight. It's a slight curve. Tell you, I've been around this track in an IndyCar and it's scary. Speaking of driving cars that are scary, make sure you tune in tomorrow night as we bring you the a new series to both for broadcasting presented by Top Fuel Racing. That is the Summer Lights Series in the Pro Mazda. They'll be kicking off their season at Lucas Oil Raceway, so make sure you turn into that one. That is going to be an absolute barn burner of a race. The pace car is about to peel off, and we are going to get them going one more time. And away we go. Stage 2 is underway here at Chicagoland. Spencer Creek getting off to a decent start there. It's going to try and keep it right up on the high side as we come out of turn 2. And he's still going to keep it on the high side as Seth the Merchant is going to move to the point all foot, be it temporarily, as here comes Spencer Preet back down the inside as they come out of turn 4 towards the start finish straight. Give that first lap back on stage 2 to Spencer Preet. Ryan Hoy's getting a bit out of shape as he comes back onto the track from the apron. And Kyle Gilbert is battling out there with Michael Cozy Jr. They're side by side as they come out of turn 2. 3 wide behind them. There's Corey Henry in the middle. Doug Thompson backing out of it. Problems there for Mark Arthur. He's fallen back a bit into the clutches of Adam Jocelyn. Jocelyn making his way through the pack again. Still in 7th place after the restart, so managing to hold on onto that position. But he's defending very well from Corey Henry. Henry going to dive into the inside there of the 83 as they come out of turn 2. He's still keeping a nose in there as there goes Henry to the inside of Adam Jocelyn. But Mark Arthur seems to be struggling right now. He's got the outside line. He's got to defend it. He tries to defend it, but too late there as Jocelyn's going to make the move on the outside. Stays up on the track as Arthur stays on the apron. Side by side as they go into turn 1. Adam Jocelyn looks like he's going to get the clear this time round, and he does. Jocelyn now up to P6 now. Great move there by the 83. Meanwhile, Spencer Preet is back to the point now. Michael Cozy Jr. is up to 2nd place now. He's putting a move on Seth the Merchant. They're side by side as they come out of turn 2. Almost contact there as they come across the line. They're still side by side as they go through 1 and 2. Merchant getting a better run on the exit of turn 2. Still got a nose out there. Cozy has to give it up for a second. There is Kyle Gilbert back in 4th place. Ryan Hoyser has dropped to 5th and he's under pressure from that man, Adam Jocelyn, who we just mentioned, put that magical pass on Mark Arthur about a lap ago. Hoyser seems to recollected himself as now he's going to try and work on the back of Kyle Gilbert going into turn 3. So this is your battle for P4. Spencer Preet looks like he's starting to check out a bit from Seth the Merchant, who's just holding off Michael Cozy Jr. as they come across the line and into turn 1. Getting a bit out of shape there as they go down the backstretch into turn 3. Manages to hold on for 2nd now, but what can Cozy do here as they come out of turn 2? Oh, the back end stepping out there for the Merchant. Still holding on to it. Great save there by the 032. Still holding on to P2 as well. And they're closing in on the back of Spencer Preet. And what's the Merchant going to do now? Is he going to dive to the inside? No, he's not. He's going to stay right behind him, but Cozy's going to try and make a dive. There goes the Merchant to the outside, his preferred outside line. Gets such better runs on the outside when he makes those moves. Looks like it's working to his advantage. He's got the outside line on Preet and retakes the lead. Great move there by the Merchant. It looks like Michael Cozy Jr. is going to try the inside line of Preet. Doesn't quite get there. He's a bit too far back at the moment. Looks like Gene Mintz has put his car behind the wall, which is unfortunate there for the number 10. Having a decent run here tonight. Unfortunately not having it all his own way, so he has put it behind the wall. We've got 11 cars left on the lead lap. James Bunce there in 11th as Marshall Newton gets it to the wall. Unlucky there for Newton. But James Bunce there in P11 is going to chase down Tex Perry. Perry himself is all on his own right now. He's got a lap car behind him of Hunter King. And Tex Perry in the last car driver in the top 10 right now. Seth the Merchant meanwhile has moved back to the front, as we've already seen. Starting to stretch his legs a little bit, but gaps don't mean anything here. If you can get a good enough run in these cars, you will definitely catch up to the back of that. We saw that with Spencer Preet when he thought it looked like he was about to check out from the field, but they caught him very quickly. Michael Koza Jr. is under a bit of pressure now. Ryan Heuser trying to get back into the top 3. There goes Heuser trying to take the inside line. Is he? No, I've gone too far back. There he is. Dives in on the inside there as they go through 3 and 4. Very close as they come out of turn 4. Ducks it down to the apron. Cozy goes down there too to defend his line, and he does. Great defense there by the 77 driver. Well, Heuser's still right there. And they're already 2 seconds to the good over Adam Jocelyn, who's having a nice little battle of his own there. He's got Corey Henry behind him. Kyle Gilbert is there too, after falling back through the field again. Not sure what's happened to the 227. Mark Arthur just holding on to the back of that pack as well. So a nice 4-car battle there for the top 5 spot. And we will be expecting green flag pit stops again, maybe on lap 75. Don't quote me on that though. Meanwhile, Cozy Jr. still under pressure from Ryan Heuser. Heuser trying to do everything he can to get around the 77. Cozy taking to the apron to defend his line. Very good defense there again. There goes Heuser trying the inside line again on Cozy. Can he get it done this time round? It's side by side as they go through 3 and 4. As Preet and DeMerchant are down pit road. So earlier than I thought. 15 laps. So they go into their pit box now. A lot of people down actually. Preet, the Merchant, Thompson, Perry, Newton and King are all in. Somebody's hit the wall. Mark Arthur down pit road now. Adam Jocelyn down pit road as well. James Bunce is now in pit road too. But Michael Cozy Jr., your man, out in front right now. Ryan Heuser is a second back from him there as Cozy brings it down. So does Heuser. Lock him down, son. Almost does. That means Kyle Gilbert will now take over the lead. And we are approaching the halfway point here at Chicagoland. Kyle Gilbert is your current leader. Corey Henry is in pit road just there as you see him hitting his box. Michael Cozy Jr. is there. Seth the Merchant is about to reassume second place. Or is he? Because here comes Cozy. There goes the Merchant. Good 1.3 seconds ahead of Spencer Preet, but Remember at the end of the first stage, Preet was able to catch up on him very, very quickly. So definitely going to try and do that again, as he's now 1.1 seconds behind the Merchant. So the chase is on again as Kyle Gilbert now brings it down pit road. He's just leaving pit road as I speak. Car a bit squirrely on the cold tyres as he makes it round in the apron. No, Gilbert almost lost it. Take it easy, Kyle. Kyle Gilbert rejoins in P5. Seth the Merchant out on his own. Spencer Preet has got that gap down to less than a second now. Michael Koza Jr. all on his own in third place, as he's 3 seconds back from Spencer Preet. Ryan Heuser is there in fourth, just ahead of James Bunce, who's in 11th place but 1 lap down. Tex Perry, the last man on the lead lap, and he's the last man in the top 10 as well. So good run there from the Talladega winner. Gap now between the Merchant and Preet is now 0.4 of a second. You see both in the shot there. Now this battle can resume now between the Merchant and Preet. As Preet now is pretty much on the back end of his car now as they go around. Carlton Hendry is just leaving pit road. And they're coming up on the back of Marshall Newton. Good to see you guys having fun in the chat there. And to answer your question, so Scott Speed was only suspended for a week, so he wasn't suspended for 4 months or whatever. He's actually back on iRacing now. He was actually in the iRacing Rallycross World Championship event the other day. So if you want to go back and check that out, then that was a pretty damn good event. I watched it myself, and yeah, that's some good racing. So you want to check that out, that is on Race Spot. Yeah, I'm plugging other broadcasters, so what. But anyway, back to the race. Seth the Merchant still holding on to the lead now. Spencer Preet has caught him, but can't do anything to get around him. Let's see if he can use Marshall Newton as the pick there as they come across the line. Merchant makes easy work of Newton as Newton actually gets out of the way. Spencer Preet goes around him as well. Go back to Carl Gilbert, who's under pressure from Adam Jocelyn here. And Gilbert is the last man. Well, actually, no, he's just outside the top 5. He's in P6 now. He got passed by Corey Henry a while back. Corey Henry is there. Last man in the top 5, and he is a good 3.8 seconds behind Ryan Heuser. I will get that name right eventually. But then again, there is Gilbert, there is Jocelyn. Doug Thompson all on his own there as he's in a battle with Mark Arthur as I say that. Arthur going to try the inside line on the 13 as they go towards the line. Mark Arthur is actually going to move up to P8 there as Doug Thompson pretty much gives it to him. And it looks like Mark Arthur's backed into a flagpole. So, not sure what happened to him. So, they are a good 8.9 seconds ahead of Tex Perry, who's running all by himself now. He's just coming up on Carlton Hendry. Carlton Hendry himself has got some pretty severe damage on the front of that number 21. He's already 3 laps down, and I'm guessing that damage is hurting him slightly. On his way towards turn 1. Just running his own race. Not sure where he got the damage from. That might have been where I heard that crunching noise during the pit stops. James Bunt's there in the P11 spot. Just been lapped by Adam Jocelyn. Jocelyn has finally got around Kyle Gilbert. So all Adam Jocelyn can do now is try and chase down Corey Henry for that P5 spot. Battling going on right now as we are coming up to 5 laps to go before the end of stage 2, sorry. My God. My brain doesn't work sometimes. Anyway. There goes the Merchant across the line. We are now 5 laps to go before the end of the stage. He's already extended his lead out to 1.1 seconds over Spencer Preet, who's in 2nd place. Michael Cozy currently sitting in 3rd. 4th is Ryan Heuser. 5th and last man in the top 5 is Corey Henry. 6th is Adam Jocelyn. 7th is Kyle Gilbert. 8th is Mark Arthur, who's trying to chase down the number 7 of Gilbert now. After passing Doug Thompson, he's already a second to the good over the 13. So despite that damage on the rear end of his car, still got a fast car underneath him. He's got to get around James Bunce first though before he can get to the back of Kyle Gilbert. There he goes to the inside of the 22. Puts a lap on James Bunce there, as now he can chase down Kyle Gilbert. There's no traffic in between the two. Although there might be soon, because that, I believe that's Hunter King just ahead. No, no it's not. Wait, where are they? There's Jocelyn. There's... Oh, Gilbert almost getting into the wall there. There is the gap between Gilbert and Arthur. Arthur really closing in now on the 227. It looks like Kyle Gilbert really struggling now on those old tyres. As it happens, Sefton Merchant and Spencer Preet are the guys on the oldest tyres in the field right now. 18 laps on their tyres. And now Mark Arthur is right on the back of Kyle Gilbert as they go towards turn 1. See what Mark Arthur can do here. Going to get a good run coming out of turn 2. And is he going to try and find an inside line there as he goes towards turn 3? No, he's not. He's going to stay right behind him for now. As we are 1 lap to go before the end of stage 1. Sefton Merchant looks like he's going to take another... Well, his first stage win here. That last stage was given to Spencer Preet. Spencer Preet just taking it though. Very close gap between the two. But Sefton Merchant, it comes out of turn 4. The Sefton Merchant is going to take stage 2 here at Chicagoland. Let's go to our stage results here at Chicagoland at the end of stage 2. Sefton Merchant is the stage winner. He gets the extra bonus point there for first place. Second place is Spencer Preet. Third place is Michael Cozy Jr. Fourth place is Ryan Heuser. That name, it's going to haunt me in my dreams. 5th place is Corey Henry. 6th place is Adam Jocelyn. 7th place is Mark Arthur after passing Kyle Gilbert just before the end of the stage. Who's in 8th. 9th is Doug Thompson. And running out the top 10 and getting the last point in the stage is Tex Perry. So they all slow down now as we are going to go and take another commercial break here tonight. And yeah, Let's go and repeat some more commercials, shall we?
I want to leap over buildings, want to fly over the shores, faster than a lightning flash, rushing through the cool night air. Oh, oh, oh. So start ignition, count to 0. I just wanna be a superhero.
Hey, what's up, guys? Scott Speed here at the iRacing headquarters. Some exciting news about the upcoming Rallycross World Championship. We've got a wild card entry, and yours truly is going to get that spot. See you guys out on the track.
We are back here at Chicagoland. They are 2x2, but there's been big developments here under the caution. Spencer Preet getting it all wrong in pit road and has lost a ton of spots here as we go towards the green flag. He has dropped down to P7, as well as Michael Koza Jr. He's lost a few spots as well. He is back there in the number 8 spot. So Seth the Merchant still at the point there. He's got Ryan Heuser to his outside this time round instead of Spencer Preet. So unfortunate there for Preet, but he will make his way for the field. He has got a teammate in Mark Arthur right in front of him, so not going to lose out too much as we're waiting for the pace car to peel off to begin stage 3. And away we go. Stage 3 is underway at Chicagoland. the Merchant getting off to a decent start there. Jumped straight down to the apron. And look at Adam Jocelyn already up to 3rd place. And he's challenging for that 2nd place spot on Ryan Heuser. To the inside goes the 83 as they go through turns 1 and 2. Still got the inside line, getting a bit of a push from Mark Arthur. Bit of bump draft in there as they go into turns 3 and 4. Jocelyn still got the position there. He's got the nose out in front as he crosses the line. Give that one to Jocelyn. But still side by side. Heuser almost losing it, going through turns 1 and 2. Manages to get out of it. Crosses over Jocelyn. Almost takes the nose away from Mark Arthur and gets the position back. Jocelyn getting a bit slower out of turn 2 as Mark Arthur's going to sneak his way into P3. Oh, it's going to come up the track. Almost getting into Jocelyn. Meanwhile, Spencer Preet already making his way through the field. He's working on the outside of Kyle Gilbert right now to get himself into the P6 spot. And he's got it. He's got to push off Michael Cozy to get around him. Now he's going to try and get past Corey Henry. As Gilbert almost lost it going through turn 4. Has had to back out completely. He's lost a ton of spots now. Oh, there is our first caution of the night. Kyle Gilbert getting into it with James Bunce. That is a huge wreck there for the 227. And let's go back and see what happened there. Gilbert just coming back up on the track. Oh, James Bunce unfortunately got into the back of Kyle Gilbert, and that unfortunately caused that. So let's go back and see what happened from James Bunt's point of view. Let's go to his cockpit there. Actually, that's a weird one. If I can see it again from Bunt's point of view, it looks like Gilbert came on the track. No, it was more like a meet in the middle, really. Gilbert came on the track. Bunce went down a bit to commit to the corner, and they just met in the middle, and yeah, that ended that. So unfortunate there for Bunce. As we are under our first legitimate caution here tonight at Chicagoland. So everybody bringing it down pit road again. I'm not going to go to commercial break. I'm just going to let this play out as it is and see how the pit stops fare out. So everybody's down pit road now. Let's see who's going to win the race on pit road. Gilbert's going to take a fast repair, I'm going to assume. No, he doesn't actually. Shocker. As the Merchant's going to come out first. Boys a second, Jocelyn third. 3 wide for the line as they come out behind Jocelyn. So I'm not sure what's going on there. So the Merchant, your first man out of pit road there. He comes out in first place. Heuser second, Jocelyn third. Mark Arthur gets the 4th spot. So great pit stop there for the number 12 driver. Spencer Preet in 5th. Hunter King actually stayed out to get it. I think he got the lucky dog, so Hunter King is back on the lead lap. He's going to bring it down pit road to get some tyres and fuel. And that's my broadcast partner Scott Brinson usually says, for Mr. Feelgoods, please. There, Scott, I said it. Meanwhile, Seth the Merchant moving his way back to the point there. We are going to take a short break because I need to go to the bathroom, so I'll be back in just a moment.
You want to race in NASCAR. The road starts here. Introducing the eNASCAR at Night Series powered by iRacing. This is the gateway for all aspiring 13 to 16-year-olds. Starting June 20th, ignite your dreams of one-day racing in the top tiers of NASCAR. Go to www.iracing.com/ignite for full details.
They've just gone 2x2 here at Chicagoland, so we're going to get them going one more time here at the 1.5 oval in Joliet, Illinois. Oh dear. It's been a somewhat entertaining race here tonight. Been impressed by how they're running. Well, we are under our first legitimate caution, which is about to come to an end here at Chicagoland. Where else will we be at this moment in time? At the bar drinking beer, that's where. Well, not where I am. Everywhere's shut. Anyway, pace car's about to peel off those. We're going to get them going one more time. Going to make that hard left turn, as we always say. As there goes the pace car. And there goes Seth the Merchant. We're under green again. Let's see what sort of restart we're going to get this time. And it looks like Adam Jocelyn's already working to the inside of Ryan Heuser, just like he did on the last restart. Got the inside line as they go through turns 1 and 2. Going towards turn 3 now. Who's going to get the advantage between the 83 and the 38? Looks like Jocelyn's got the advantage this time round, as here comes Spencer Preet. He's going to try and make it 3 wide. Oh no! Contact between Mark Arthur and Alan Jocelyn. And that is surely going to bring out caution number 2 here at Chicagoland, and it does. So let's go back and see what happened there. Gets the inside run on Ryan Heuser. That was Spencer Preet making it 3 wide. It caused everybody to jostle up a bit there. Let's focus in on Spencer Preet for a second. There you see Jocelyn just moving to the inside there. Heuser trying to get running the outside, makes it 3 wide. Mark Arthur just hits the back of him. So let's go back and see it from Arthur's point of view. Back of him, went round, and Arthur and Jocelyn, all sorts of problems. Somebody else went flying through the grass. I'm not sure who that was. Let's go and see who that was. Might have been Hunter King. Let's see what happens from his point of view. They come through turn 3 and 4. Just watch it from his cockpit. Sees the contact there, goes straight left and straight for the grass to avoid it. Oh, save the kid! And he does. Great save. we're under caution again here at Chicagoland. Everybody's been in pit road. Ryan Heuser to the point now. So where is Seth the Merchant? He's there. He's just been in pit road. So Ryan Heuser, Spencer Preet, Corey Henry, Michael Cozy Jr. and James Bunce all staying out. So Seth the Merchant's going to have the freshest tyres when they go to the restart here. Very soon as Tex Perry ducks into pit road. Kyle Gilbert is in as well. Let's see if he takes a fast repair this time. James Bunsen as well. I'm guessing he just got a lucky dog, so he will be taken for fresh tyres and fuel. Gilbert did not take take his fast repair, so he will be pit farming for a while. Jocelyn, Bunce, Tex Perry and Marshall Moon all make it out of the road, okay? Ryan Heuser, the man at the point right now, not taking his fast, well, not taking it down pits road. Neither has Spencer Preet, neither has Corey Henry, and neither has Michael Cozy Jr. So those four, not sure if they're going to be in a bit of trouble when they go back to green again. Guys, if you're enjoying tonight's broadcast, then make sure you leave a like. And if you want to see more, then hit the subscribe button. And make sure you tap the bell as well, just so you get notified every time we go live. And just to point out, we are going live again tomorrow night. Bringing a new series to the channel. That is the Top Fuel Racing Summer Light Series. The Pro Mazda is taking it to the short tracks here on iRacing. Race they will take part will be at Lucas Oil Raceway, so definitely going to be one to look forward to. Make sure you tune in for that one, as the lights are now off on the pace car. Ryan Heuser is the man at the point. He's got Spencer Preet to his outside and Michael Cozy Jr. right behind him there in the fourth spot, sorry. Corey Henry's going to be right behind Heuser. Making the way through turn 4 now as we're waiting for the pace car to peel off again. There goes the pace car. And there goes Ryan Heuser. We're under green again. Jumping on the loud pedal very quickly. There goes Corey Henry to the inside of Spencer Preet. He's going to make a move up there for second place as he goes to the inside of the 27. They come through turns 1 and 2. Look at second Merchant right behind him as well. He's got the freshest tyres there. He's already making a move on Spencer Preet, as it looks like Preet is going to move backwards a bit there. Michael Cozy Jr. up to P2 now. Ryan Heuser checked out, but they're going to catch him very soon. There's Cozy there in second place, defending from the man with the freshest tyres, as there goes the Merchant to try and take the inside line. Cozy covers him off very quickly as they come out of turn 2. Meanwhile, Corey Henry still working on the outside of the Merchant. Spencer Preet trying to find a gap past them. Not afraid to take a 3 wide. We saw that on the last run there. Mark Arthur right behind Spencer Preet there in the 6th spot. Adam Jocelyn is already 4/10 of a second back. He's used his fast repair from that incident he had with Mark Arthur. Mark Arthur's taking a fast repair too. But the Merchant still struggling to get around Corey Henry as they come down the backstretch. And it looks like Michael Cozy Jr. is zoning in on the 38 of Ryan Heuser. Good to see him make his way back onto the field after the problems he had already in this race. On the very first lap, I believe it was, touching the apron and the back end almost going round. I mean, he lost a ton of spots there. But he's been fighting and clawing his way back to the top end of the field, and he's back there now. And now he's slowly drawing in to the back of Ryan Heuser. Looks like everybody's spread out behind him, so we could have a nice green flag run now as we are 31 laps to go here at Chicagoland. Back of him now as they go through turn 1. We are now 30 laps to go here at Chicagoland. Michael Cozy Jr. working on the back of Ryan Heuser. That's your first and second place occupants right now. Seth the Merchant now up to third place. He's on much fresher tyres than the drivers in front of him, so watch for him to catch up to the back of them very soon. Corey Henry currently sitting in 4th. Mark Arthur in 5th. What has happened to Spencer Preet? I'll answer that question. Spencer Preet has fallen all the way back to P10. Let's see what happened to him. He's battling it out there with the Merchant and Corey Henry. I thought I heard something going on in the background. Got onto the apron, the back end went around and he went round himself. Did he save it? Yes, he did. Just about though, but look at all the people going around. And there goes Hunter King, there goes Marshall Newton, there goes James Bunce, there goes Tex Perry. I think Carlton Henry got around him as well. Yes, he did. So big losses there for Spencer Preet. He's already working on the back of James Bunce now to try and get back up to that 9th position. Michael Cozy Jr. meanwhile is now under pressure from Seth the Merchant. The Merchant wants to get back up to the top again. He is on fresher tyres than Cozy, but catching is one thing, passing is another, as we've already proved here this week in the 3 visits we've made to Chicagoland. And 3 separate broadcasts, of course. So to the inside goes Seth the Merchant on Michael Cozy Jr. Cozy keeping him wound up on the high side, but it's going to be too little too late as there goes Seth the Merchant to the 2nd spot now as they cross the line to begin lap 109. Cozy's not going to give it up that easily though. He's going to try and work the inside of the 032, but it's going to be in a bit in vain as the Merchant gets a bit squirrely coming out of turn 2. As again, those fresher tyres really helping the Merchant make his way around the track. Not really making up any ground on Ryan Heuser though. He is half a second up the road and in the lead right now. Spencer Preet meanwhile, his recovery is still going on. He's already got around Marshall Newton and he's up to P8 now. Next person ahead of him is Hunter King, but is 1.2 seconds up the road. And Spencer Preet is good at catching people, so he'll be up to him soon. Doug Thompson, the last man on the lead lap in P11. He is 1.3 seconds back from James Bunce, who's the last man in the top 10. You see him there in that Miller number 22. And Spencer Preet's bringing it down. So Spencer Preet, those old tyres really hurting him at this point, and he's got no choice but to bring it down pit road. So if he's going to bring it down pit road soon, expect Ryan Heuser, who's under pressure from Seth the Merchant. The Merchant just passes him like he's standing still. And that again is the old tyres falling off the cliff, as it were. Heuser not going to give it up too easily, well, too soon, as he works to the inside of the Merchant. Cozy Jr. is in pit road right now, as you see him there bringing it to his box. Ryan Heuser, though, trying to get that first position back off the 032 with Sefton Merchant. Not going to make it work anymore. Those tyres are just too long past it as they go into turn 3. Question is Heuser going to bring it down? Answer is no. Corey Henry, also on old tyres. He's not going to bring it down either. Kyle Gilbert, meanwhile, is in pit road. Please take a fast repair this time, Kyle. It doesn't look like he's taking a fast repair this time. So maybe waiting for the money stop before you take it. Not sure. So Spencer Preet is back out on track again. Down in P11 and 1 lap down. He's behind Michael Cozy Jr. by 5 seconds. So that was always going to happen though, because Preet fell so far back, but he's lucky to be 4 seconds behind him at this point anyway. As we've got more people down pit road. That's Sefton Merchant in pit road. Ryan Heuser's in pit road too. Adam Jocelyn is in too. Who's going to win the race off pit road here? It looks like the Merchant's going to win the race there. And he does. There's Ryan Heuser coming out right behind him. Corey Henry staying out on track. Surely he's the oldest man on the oldest tyres. He's got to bring it down soon. Adam Jocelyn was actually in pit road for 30 seconds. No! Corey Henry does not bring it down pit road. He's just going to put a lap on Carlton Hendry instead. Or is he? Because Carlton Hendry's on fresher tyres, so not going to be that easy for him. James Bunt's another one staying out, as Doug Thompson now brings it to pit road. So expect Sefton Merchant to actually take the position back off him. Corey Henry staying out for another lap here. And he's led 4 laps now, so he's definitely got that bonus point for leading a lap, as Mr. Henry. James Bunt staying out as well. He seems slightly struggling on those tyres now. Corey Henry, 26 laps on those tyres. They've got to be screaming for help right now. Seth the Merchant will be the next driver behind him. There he is coming out of turn 2. So Corey Henry is about to lose that lap advantage he had over Seth the Merchant as he comes out of turn 4. Is he going to bring it down this time? No, he's not. Your leader here at Chicagoland. Spencer Preet is now up to P5 after the pit stop shakeout. He's actually ahead of his teammate Mark Arthur now. Arthur on fresher tyres, and you see Arthur actually closer to the back of Spencer Preet. Going to dive it to the inside. And Mark Arthur is going to take over that top 5 spot, or is he? Because Spencer Preet's going to try and keep it wound up on the high side. It's a bit in vain though, as there goes Arthur to the inside and into the top 5. Made it look just that easy for the number 12 driver. As again, he is on fresher tyres than Preet, so no surprise that he is faster. A bit further up the road there is Michael Cozy Jr. Just less than a second behind Sefton Merchant, the car in front of him, the 032 driver. Put on a bit of a very good performance here tonight. I'm very Excited to see what this kid can do in the future as he comes across the line. We are 14 laps to go here. So we're getting to the final knock into the race. Everybody, it looks like they've made their final pit stop. Apart from Corey Henry, who's now on 31 lap older tyres. Surely he's not going to try and go to the end on these tyres. As it looks like Adam Jocelyn is working on the back of him now. Oh, we've got Colin Henry going for the grass. Manages to collect it up again. And he's underway one more time. Let's go back and see what happened to Carlton Hendry. He's lost the back end, took a trip across the grass. There's that grass damage again. Love it. Love it. He's back up and running again. He's back up to full speed. And here comes Corey Henry into pit road. A great run there. They're 10 laps in the end. So he's going to give up the lead to Seth the Merchant now, who's up to second. As James Bunce has fallen back to 10th place after finally taking him down pit road himself. And here comes the Merchant now out of turn 4. He's right behind Bunce, incidentally. About to put a lap on him, and he does. So the Merchant now back up to the point. Michael Coser Jr. is there in second place. 2.6 seconds, make that 2.7 seconds back from the Merchant. Mark Arthur is your man in third place. Spencer Preet is in fourth. Hunter King is the last man in the top 5, so great run for him in the end in that number 1 car. He did have a tough early part of the race, but he's managed to claw it back into the top 5, so great run for Hunter King, the rookie. Really improving on the result he got last week at Sonoma. Doug Thompson is the man in 6th place. Corey Henry, after his pit stop, is back out in 7th place, so didn't lose too many. Marshall Newton there in 8th. Ryan Heuser is back in 9th place. Not sure what happened to him, but he looks like, well, the back end looks like it's been ripped off and the front end, so he's had some serious incident there. So not sure what happened to Heuser. So unfortunate for the 38. He was having one hell of a run. But it looks like he's really pancaked that car right now. Everybody spread out apart from Corey Henry and Doug Thompson. There is Corey Henry. There is Doug Thompson. The gap is just under a second, and that is pretty much the closest battle out on track right now. Corey Henry up to 6th. And he's on much fresher tyres, by the way, so he is going to be absolutely screaming for the show. He's already catching Hunter King very, very quickly right now. Seven laps to go here at Chicagoland. And look how quickly he's managed to close in on Hunter King. And he's just passed him like he wasn't even there. And that's the difference between 4-lap older tyres and 14-lap older tyres. So huge, huge run here for Corey Henry. As Kyle Gilbert in the wall again. And this man, I feel so sorry for him. It's just all come undone for him in this race. Number 227. Really having a tough end to this race. As with 6 laps to go here at Chicagoland, Corey Henry is starting to catch Spencer Preet. Just took 0.2 of a second out of him on that last couple of corners alone. So watch for this man to make his way further up the field before this is said and done. As we're now 5 laps to go. There is your leader right now, just making his way through turns 1 and 2. Michael Koza Jr. in second place. 4.4 seconds back from the Merchant. Mark Arthur looks very comfortable there in third place. No dramas for him. Had a tough early part of the race. He was sitting back in the lower part of the top 10 and mired in the mid-pack, but managed to claw his way back up. He's up to third place now. Just about to pull a lap there on James Bunce, and he does. James Bunce staying out of the way. We are just about to go 3 laps to go here as Seth the Merchant comes out of turn 4, crosses the line. 3 laps to go. 4.3 seconds the gap between the Merchant and Cozy. The gap between Spencer Preet and Corey Henry. There it is. The battle between Preet and Henry. And Corey Henry is now up to P4. So those fresher tyres really working for the 25 driver. Question is, has he got enough time to catch up to the back of Mark Arthur? My answer would be no, but we've seen stranger things happen in this race before. Adam Jocelyn in the battle with James Bunce as we are about to go 2 to go here. Popsicle sticks are out. And Adam Jocelyn is actually catching up to the back of Ryan Heuser. With a dive to the inside of the 38. Remember, Heuser got that damage on his car. Not sure how, but he's got it. But here comes the Merchant, the man that has led the most laps here tonight. 74 laps he would have led here now as he crosses the line. The white flag is out here at Chicagoland. What a voice break. Oh, wow. Out of turn 2 now towards the backstretch. And this man has been there the whole time. Really took the fight to Spencer Preet and Michael Koza Jr. And he's been successful here tonight as he comes out of turn 4. One final time. Seth the Merchant crosses the line and he's your winner here at Chicagoland. Michael Koza Jr. going to cross the line for second place as he... Okay. Mark Arthur in third. Corey Henry up to 4th. Spencer Preet last man in the top 5. 6th was Hunter King. 7th Doug Thompson. 8th Marshall Newton. 9th is Adam Jocelyn. And last car in the top 10 was Ryan Heuser. But the night belongs to this man, Mr. Seth the Merchant. As we wait for him to come across the line. And look at the celebration there for the 032. And that is our winner here tonight. And he's absolutely ecstatic right now. As we are going to have interviews very shortly. As I'm not sure if I can drag people. Let's see if I can. This could be interesting. As no, I can't. As joining us in the booth now is our third place finisher, Mr. Mark Arthur. Mark had a bit of a quiet race here tonight, apart from the incident he had with Adam Jocelyn, but managed to finally work your way back up to the top 3. And yeah, you've got to be pretty happy about that, right?
Yeah, I didn't think I had a top 3 car. When I got into Adam, I apologized to him, but then he apologized, said it was his fault. But I don't know what happened. We were all really tight right there, and I got thrown kind of 3 wide and just had nowhere to go. And I guess he got tight and hit the brakes a little bit, tried to get off the car on top of him, and I didn't know and just got into him. I had nowhere to go. Well,
it definitely worked out in the end anyway. Despite that incident, I I think it was more like a 50-50 because the whole 3 wide situation that happened in front of you. But anyway, like I said, it worked out for you anyway. You're up into 3rd place, and a long race and a long green flag run. You were running in the bottom half of the top 10 for most of that. Were you just working out your strategy and conserving tires at that point?
Well, the way this track is you can be really, really fast for 10 or 15 laps, or say 5 or 10 laps, and then the car just falls on its face. So what I was doing was trying to just let everybody pass and save my tires. I was a little bit faster, longer run, and I was just trying to save a little bit because everybody else was just falling on their face. It just like dropped off a cliff, and so that's the way I was able to get in front of Spencer's, because he had a couple laps older tires and it falls off. That's just that much. And I feel bad for Spencer because he was up top 2 or 3 all night and had that incident where he clipped the apron a little bit right in front of me. Thank God I didn't get into him, but then he said he had a short pit to try to make up the time, and then everybody pit, so he just kind of got left out.
Yeah, unfortunate for Spencer, but anyway, Mark, next week we are back on the super speedways. First one since Talladega. We go to Daytona. What are your thoughts going to that track, and do you reckon you could do something there?
I mean, I hate restrictor plate races just because it's a toss-up. It's like a 50-50. It really takes everything pretty much out of the driver's hands. If you don't have a partner, or you really can't do anything by yourself. So it's just, if you have a pushing partner, you'll be good. And if you can't find a partner, hook up with a teammate or something, then you may not. And it's just, there's so many people that try to, be that superhero and jump up front and cut off somebody's nose and wreck the whole field. It's just, I can't stand restrictor plate racing. But, I'm usually pretty good. I'll generally hang around at the back and then try to work my way up in the front.
You did that tonight, though, didn't you?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. It almost bit me in the rear there one time.
Yeah, but it worked out. Anyway, Mark, congratulations on the 3rd place. Anybody you'd like to give a shout out for that result?
Just Spencer for the setup. He did most of the work on the setup. I tweaked it a little bit. It's the way it's been happening here lately. And Cozy and the other teammates, Corey. Our other teammates aren't showing up, Travis and Dustin, and you guys always for putting on the stream, and Tex for putting out the league.
All right, Mark, again, one more time, congratulations on the 3rd place, and we will see you next week at Daytona, and happy 4th of July when it comes.
Thank you, Sam.
We'll have you moved in a minute. I can't move anybody yet. So, as joining me in the booth right now is our 2nd place finisher, Michael Cozy Jr. Michael, it looked like you were having a bit of fun out there tonight.
Not really.
Well, either way, it was great to see you finish 2nd place. Really putting on a good show here tonight. Not quite what you wanted, obviously, with Seth stealing the win there, but we'll let you know. You did have quite a following in the live chat here tonight.
Oh, that's good. I wish I could have brought a looser car to win with.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, what are your thoughts on the race? I know you made that mistake on the first lap, which put you back a few spots. It seemed like you were playing catch up from that point onwards, but yeah, just give your thoughts on that, and what was the car like out there when you were mired back in the pack there?
Well, I mean, it was tight. It's tight in the back, tight in the front, tight in the middle, tight on pit road, tight getting off pit road. Well, actually, it was kind of loose there. That was the only time it was loose. I don't know. Got too much apron. I didn't know what I was doing on the first lap, so I ran like half on the apron and about crashed it. So that made it a little bit more fun. I don't know. I sort of kind of figured it out like 20 laps through, but the car is just so tight. It's like one thing I can't do is drive a tight race car, and that's all it was. It's just like, it was like 2-3 laps. Like I made it as loose as I possibly could, and it still wasn't loose enough. So I just shove the rest of the night and finished 2nd. So I don't know. These cars kind of suck. So, I mean, they're kind of fun, but they kind of suck when they start pushing the mile and a half. That's another thing. I hate mile and a halves, and I hate driving tight cars. When you put me on a tight car at a mile and a half, it's not a lot of fun. So I don't know where we're going next week, but I guess it's Daytona, right? Are we going to Daytona?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I don't think I'll be tight at Daytona, but I'll probably crash there anyway. So whatever.
If you're tight at Daytona, then that's going to be an amazing thing because I've never seen a tight car at Daytona.
Yeah, me either. I'm sure I'll find a way to make it tight or get it tight.
Absolutely. Well, that was your thoughts on next week's race. Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out for tonight's second place?
Thanks everybody for helping with the setup, Preet, Mark, and Corey. It's a shame we couldn't get it a little bit looser, but I think we learned a lot tonight, and I think we'll, go to a real racetrack 2 weeks from now and apply it there. But yeah.
Okay, Michael. Well, congratulations on the second place, and we'll see you next week at Daytona.
Hopefully.
And now, joining me in the booth is our winner tonight, really stinking up the show with the usual front runners, Mr. Seth the Merchant. Looked like you were a bit happy there when you crossed the line.
Yeah, glad I could get the car driving right at the beginning of the race. I was extremely tight, and I made so many adjustments to the car that still at the end of the race I was pretty tight in the center, but it looked like I could still get through the center better than everyone else. We all seemed like struggling with the same issue, and just fight through it and try to get the best long run speed. I was struggling there first like 5 laps in a run. I think for a few people behind me, Michael, Spencer, and all them were a little bit faster, and then as the run would go on, my car, I had it so loose that it would just slowly get better, and I was able to get away.
Absolutely, and it really did look like you had the edge over the likes of Spencer Preet and Michael Cozy Jr. and Kyle Gilbert for a short while before he fell back, but definitely had the car underneath you here tonight, Seth. Just what are your thoughts on the race overall? Despite the car, was it how was it out there? I know you were at the front for most of it, but you did fall back for a while there.
It's a lot of fun. One of my favorite tracks because it's very racy. You can run all kinds of different lanes once the tires get a little bit worn out. So it's definitely a lot of fun.
Absolutely, and Chicagoland is always a fun place to go to, especially when you want some decent tire wear and some close racing. Well, from this week to next week, we head to Daytona. Are you going to be there, or are you going to take a week off?
Yeah, I'll run. See what we can do there.
Absolutely, and it's always fun at Daytona, and as Mark Arthur said in the interview just a minute ago, it's always a toss-up when you go to Daytona, and you never know what can happen there, especially with the way the track is and how fast it is. But what do you reckon you can bring to the table for these guys next week, and do you reckon you've got another car, you'll have another car underneath you to get win number 2 here tonight, next week?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to try to get the car as fast as possible and then just probably hang out for the first half of the race because this car is crazy in the draft. There's a ton of suck up and a ton of side draft, so it could be hectic there at the beginning and then try to make my move there at the end, or if it ever settles down. Absolutely.
Well, we'll look forward to that next week. Seth, congratulations on getting the win here tonight. Dominant performance here at Chicagoland. Is anybody you'd like to give a shout out for your win here tonight?
Just Tex for letting me run, and Six Man for being on the car.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again, Seth, and yeah, we'll see you next week at Under the Lights at Daytona.
Thank you.
Well, sorry for the breaking noise there. As unfortunately, my computer decided to reset itself the other night, so I lost all my admin power, so I couldn't move people myself. So I've had to rely on Tex to help me out with that. So thank you, Tex, for helping with moving people around for me. But that is going to be it for tonight's race. A great spectacle here for Major League Esports. 2 competition cautions, but only 2 legitimate cautions. So a great event here tonight, and everybody racing safely. Only 15 cars taking the green flag, but my goodness, what a race. As we are now going to go to our results for tonight's event. Seth the Merchant, like I said, really stinking up the show here tonight, bringing home the win. Michael Cozy Jr. 4.5 seconds back in second place. Mark Arthur rounds out the top 3. Corey Henry in 4. Spencer Preet, the last man in the top 5, and could have been up further had he not made that mistake earlier on the race with older tyres. Hunter King, great rebound for him. He comes home in P6. After being at the back for most of the race and being a lap down, really managed to get that lap back and really put his foot to the floor once he was back on the lead lap and gets the reward of 6th place. 7th place is Doug Thompson. 8th is Marshall Newton. Adam Jocelyn, what could have been for him? He brings it home in 9th place, 1 lap down. And Ryan Heuser running at the front for most of the race. Really damaging his car. Not sure how, but he did. I promise. But he comes home in the last spot in the top 10. Also 1 lap down. In 11th place was James Bunce. Kyle Gilbert, another man that's going to be disappointed here tonight, started on the pole, but just went backwards ever since. And in the end, really just having a terrible night in the end and being involved in the first caution of the night with James Bunce, who finished ahead of him. He comes home in, well, Kyle comes home in 12th place, 2 laps down. Tex Perry 3 laps down in 13th. Carlton Hendry 14th, 5 laps down. Gene Mintz put his car behind the wall. The only driver to put his car behind the wall tonight. He is 88 laps down in 15th. And Charles Lahr not taking the green here tonight. So 15 cars was the field here tonight. Well, that is going to do it here for tonight's broadcast, as I am going to get out of here and get some sleep. So all that's left for me to do is just bring up some music. Shall I? There we go. And here is the music. And that means it's the close show, which means I'm going to go through this week's schedule, as tomorrow, as I've mentioned twice already in the broadcast, we bring a new series to the channel. That is the Top Fuel Racing Summer Light Series. With the Pro Mazda, they'll be kicking off their new season at Lucas Oil Raceway, and that'll be shown live and exclusive on both the broadcasting, so make sure you tune in for that broadcast schedule to kick off at just before 9 PM tomorrow night. Monday night we are back with the Passenger Truck Series as they go to Talladega next, I believe. I'm not sure, but we'll be seeing them on Monday as always. Always going to be an exciting spectacle to see them. Tuesday we're taking the night off. Wednesday we're taking the night off again as Top Fuel Racing are off. Thursday is when we go to Speed Week as Somo are the first series to take to the 2.5 mile demon known as Daytona. Friday we are back with Go Fast Racing as they go to Daytona, and then next Saturday we're back with these guys, the Catalyst Mint Series presented by Major League eSports. They will be at Daytona 2, and we look forward to that one. But for now, that is going to do it here on both the broadcasting. A great race again, 2 legitimate cautions, 2 competition cautions, but not all that matters. The right man came out on the top in the end. That was Mr. Seth the Merchant. Fantastic win for him, and congratulations. All that's left for me to say now for the end of the show is keep it clean, keep it green, and we will see you tomorrow night for Top Fuel Racing Summer Light Series at Lucas Oil Raceway.